happen if you were to take 30 days off of your social media? This is me reporting in 30 days off of a social media detox. Reporting in? Who says that? Mine was a lot clearer. It's like I had so much more space in my mind to think my own thoughts, if that makes sense. Have you ever been to like Starbucks or like you've gone to the grocery store and like you're thinking about what you just watched on TikTok in the car? I don't have those thoughts anymore. And I realized that a lot of the thoughts that I carry in the day are not my thoughts. If I sound crazy, you could leave it in the comment below and say I sound crazy, but if you sound anything like this, please let me know, where it's like you're literally going out your day, but you're thinking about all the things that you just scrolled on. You know, I didn't realize that I was taking the social media home with me. I had a lot more fun. Like, I was not expecting this. I thought being off of social media, I would be like so much FOMO and I would just be missing everything that all my friends are doing. And I technically was, but it was really great actually to not be consuming all of that because I was really present where I was and what I was doing. You know, when you taste something in the food court and it tastes kind of bland, and then like you go to a really nice restaurant and the food is like really delicious? That's what it's been when I haven't been on social media for the last 30 days. And this sounds like an extreme exaggeration, but when you are addicted to your phone, which I definitely have been, you don't know what it's like to be off of your phone. I'm 33, so I've grown up on this Instagram and now TikTok, and I also know what it's like to not be on those things, which I like. And now I feel like simple things don't make me happy anymore, and I really had to ask myself why. I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but I realize it's because the simple things seem too simple to me because everybody else is doing something else. So that FOMO really just chilled all the way out, and it was actually really nice missing out on what other people were doing. It was actually great. There was no fear anymore. It was literally joy because I was so happy with what I was doing. I am on a mission to helping you to become your best self. I'm also trying to become my best self. And I noticed that the more I scroll on social media, the less I feel like my best self. The more I feel actually disconnected to myself. Because going back to the first point, I don't hear my thoughts anymore. I hear everybody else's thoughts. I had a lot more emotional regulation. So like if you're thinking of taking a social media break and you don't realize how much it impacts your emotions, please hear from me. It definitely does, because I thought I was just like a chronically anxious person, but I felt a lot less anxiety not scrolling on my phone, because I had a lot less to worry about. Like, I'm a chronic worrier. I am a Virgo. I think of everything. But because I wasn't scrolling on social media, I was really just thinking about my own concern. Definitely still read the news. I like to be informed, and I signed up for a lot of subscriptions to people's Substacks and newsletters. I've been able to follow people that I'm really into their work, and journalists and just like bloggers, writers, content creators, but I haven't been consuming everything, which has been really nice. So I've been having a lot less up and downs in my emotions. And I think that's the thing that we don't realize, how social media is impacting our emotions, is like, I think we realize like it's taking up a lot of our time, but we're like, whatever, I'm not doing anything anyways, but we're not thinking about how it actually can be like hurting our emotions. Even if it's like a lot of happiness, it goes from like extreme happiness to like an extremely sad story to like a middle story to like an envious story. And then like it's all this emotions going up and down that like we naturally don't need to feel on a daily basis. Like, I don't even think we're made to feel that much in 1 minute, you know? That's just me. I think I heard Denzel Washington talk about that actually. But like before you used to worry about like being liked by like the people in your community, now you're trying to be liked by millions of people. And like, what does that do to your psyche? But this is like a long, deep topic, but like you are up and down when you're scrolling, or even when you like get off the scrolling and you're laying in your bed and you feel weird and you're like, I feel sad. It's sneaky, you don't realize it, but it definitely is touching on our emotions. Also been able to sit with my emotions more. And so when I am experiencing something in my real life, I sit with that sadness, and then I am releasing that sadness, or I'm talking to my therapist about it, and I'm not like feeling sad, then using social media to make me feel something else, because then you kind of feel stuck and those emotions live in your body. I think this might be the biggest thing that being off of social media for the last 30 days has done for me, and that it may do for you too. Slow down time. I know I'm not the only one that feels this, so if you feel it, leave it in the comments. That time is literally just passing by. Like, it is literally lying. And I keep asking myself, like, where's the time going? Where's the time going? And I've been looking into like the psychology of it and how like new experiences and new memory feel like time is slower. But when you spend such a majority of your day looking at your screen and then looking at your phone, you don't realize how much time is going by. I've definitely been in time ruts of just doom scrolling hours and hours, and I'm like, oh, 6 hours have gone by. Yes, I can't do my work. Let me just go lay in bed now. And then like I'm trying to watch Netflix, but then I'm scrolling on social media, and it's like you don't realize how much time quickly goes by because every day seems like the same day. That is the biggest reason why I decided to take the social media break. And it's not just for 30 days. I am taking a 6-month social media break from Instagram and TikTok. I'll still be using YouTube, but I've never felt like I scroll on YouTube the same way that I scroll on Instagram and TikTok. That time flying by has been very scary, in my opinion, because like I want to be present for my life. I don't want life to feel like it's just flying by. And I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm 33. Like, I swear I just turned 30 like last month. And then I was like, wait, wasn't I just 27? And I'm like, wait, where has this time gone? And the last 3-4 years really feels like a time warp, and social media has not helped that. I think it's made it seem so much faster. And so not being on it for this last 30 days, I am telling you right now, when I just went on a trip for the last weekend, that was like the longest 3 days of my life. Time slowed down. I feel it's because I was present for everything I was doing. I was present when I was getting on the train. I was present when I was going to CVS. I was present when I was going to meet up with family. I was present at the restaurant. I was just present in everything. I was feeling everything. I was smelling everything. Like all my senses were just like being stimulated by in my environment. I was present on my plane ride, whereas usually I'm just plugged in, phone up, just scrolling. And time really slowed down when I was not scrolling on my phone, and I was actually being on time for things. And I'm usually like late to everything, and because I'd get to my hotel, get ready, and I would leave. But usually I would just go to my hotel and scroll. Oh, I need to get ready now, and scrolling while I'm getting ready and doing all this type of stuff. But I just didn't waste my time anymore, and I just enjoyed every hour. And it was the longest weekend I think of my life in the best ways possible. If you are tired of playing a side character in other people's lives, really consider how social media is playing a role in that, because these last 30 days without using Instagram or TikTok has shown me what it's like to be the main character in my life, because every day I've been making decisions for myself and not what social media is showing me I should be doing. And so finding out all these things, they've been very surprising for me, that this could have this kind of impact in just 30 days. Another thing that was surprising for me being off of social media is staying still connected to people. I thought that going off of line means I was going to lose connection with everybody, but I really lost connection with everyone that kind of didn't matter, no offense, and I stayed in connection with the people who really do. And I figured, if you love me, you know my number. I was getting on calls with friends. Just yesterday, I had an hour phone call with a friend, and we went through her camera roll, and she was showing me her trip and all these things that were posted on Instagram, but I didn't see it because I wasn't online. So I've been having these direct conversations, or I've had family members call me and say like, hey, come visit. And I've gone and visited them, and it's not like these like fake online interactions where heart, DM, and all these things, and it's like, and nothing feels truly connected. And this time I've been having true phone calls with people, true FaceTimes, true meetups, and it's just been so much more fulfilling and just so much more nourishing for my soul to not just have like these like quick little fake Instagram things. And like, I'm not trying to demonize Instagram or TikTok or any of these things, at least personally, it's like the DMs are more of a thing to like connect in real life, you know? But I feel like lately it's been just, the connection has only been on DMs and it hasn't felt true. Whereas now that I'm not on it, like if you want to reach me, you actually have to reach out to me, and it's been so much more fulfilling. The last thing I've noticed in this last 30 days of not being on social media is I've been learning a lot more, but I've also been retaining a lot more. Usually when I would be on social media, my excuse was like, I need to be on TikTok. I love to learn. I want to hear what all the doctors and influencers have to say about this next thing, but I never remembered it. I would always like add it to some folder and I would never read it again or see it again. And now I've actually been remembering things. I've been going through 4 different books right now, just reading. And I finished a book really quickly. I've been also listening to an audiobook, and I've been remembering everything I've been reading and listening to because it's been a lot slower. Like reading a book takes time. Even like listening to an audiobook while you're doing something, that also takes time. Because it's been more slowed down, it's not just like fast, quick information that just like comes in and goes out. It's like information that's actually like stuck with me, and I'm able to actually apply it to my life. Everything that I've been learning, or I've been writing it down, and I've been having more time to write what I've been learning. Like I've actually like taken a physical paper and a physical pen. Like when's the last time you bought pens? It's been a long time since I bought pens, but I've had to go buy pens because I have no pens in my house. And I started like writing things that I've been reading about and posting, and like putting little notes in my books, and just like feeling like immersive in what I'm reading, instead of it just being these quick little things that just disappears by the end of the day, because your mind can only take in so much information at one time. So I've been really remembering everything. If you have been thinking about taking a social media break, I can only say I've had such positive reaction to it. I didn't know if it was gonna be this positive. At first, it feels a little bit awkward and going to your phone to try to be on it, but something I did this time that I've never done before is I actually deactivated my accounts. Before, when I've taken like a quick little break, I didn't deactivate it, and I'd always be wondering like, oh, what message did I get while I was gone? But this time I've actually completely deactivated my accounts and just been okay with that and been like, you know what, if you need to reach me, you know me, and you know my information, you know my direct numbers, or you know my family. And so I've just like really enjoyed this time off of social media, and I cannot like emphasize how much it plays a role in your life. We are starting February, and this is the time where a lot of people's goals kind of have gone out the window, and we think, oh, you know what, I'm just being lazy, I'm just tired, or I'm this, and we have like all these excuses for ourselves, but we don't realize how much social media is playing a role in that. And I heard someone talk about, I forget who it was, I think it was Ed Milet, that like, you know what's standing in the way of you becoming your greatest self. And when I heard that, I was like, I know what it is. It's my addiction to my phone. It's my addiction to social media. And this is putting its tentacles into every aspect of my life. And if I really want to level up, if I really want to become that girl, if I really want to become the highest version of myself, I need to sacrifice this, because I heard Dan Martell say that distractions are destroying your dreams. This has been my experience being offline of social media for the last 30 days. I highly, highly recommend it. If you're thinking of it, just try with a day, then make it to 2, then try a week and see what it's like, and leave it in the comments what your experience has been like. Maybe you've had a negative experience, but for me, I've definitely had such a positive experience, and I can't wait to go the next 5 months without being on Instagram and TikTok and see what else I can accomplish. So yeah, thank you for watching.